and welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are doing April Shop My Stash. I always love the beginning of months because it allows me to refresh my makeup collection. It is going to be a little bit smaller of a Shop My Stash because I have a ton of project pans going on right now, which means that there's less categories that I need to refresh because I'm working really hard, very diligently to use up or hit pan or hit a goal on products. I'm definitely still going to be pulling for quite a few things because there's definitely quite a few things that I need to refresh, including concealer, foundation, eyeshadow palettes, lip products. So if you like Shop My Stash videos, I hope you enjoy this one. And without further ado, let's just get into it. All right, so we are starting out in the foundation, concealer, powder, primer drawer. I'm not going to pull in any primers. I'm working on one in a project pan, same with powders. I do have one foundation in my project pan, but I'm hoping to get it finished up in this next month. Also, notice last time I put this away, this is the Cover FX Power Play foundation in the shade N20, that this is my winter shade, and it kind of feels like I'm getting kind of close to being out of it. I'm thinking that just using it this month, I might be able to use it up. So we're gonna pull this in, and it's more of my winter shade, and I'm still very pale right now, so now is a good time to use it because if I don't use it now, I won't be able to use it until this coming winter. Gonna bring this in. I obviously don't have any concealers in here. However, this is kind of a spoiler to my low buy update, but I did recently purchase this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. This is in the shade CW02. I did a bunch of research, watched a bunch of videos on people's favorite drugstore concealers, and this seemed to be one of the highest rated. So I'm gonna give it a try. I don't have very many concealers right now, and I used one up recently. I used up the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer, which is why I was able to purchase one. Gonna bring this in to use for the month of April, and that is gonna do it from this drawer. I'm also working on the Urban Decay setting spray that is also in a project pan, so there's nothing else I need to pull from this drawer. There's also probably not gonna be very much from in here that I need to bring. I am working on, I think, one of everything, so I'm working on a bronzer, blush, and highlight in project pans right now. Trying to think if there's anything that I would want to bring in. I do currently still have the Hourglass face palette because I didn't use that very much this last month. And again, I'm working on a blush right now, so I don't know if I really want to bring anything else in. Actually, I think what I want to do is I think I want to bring in this Milani blush. For some reason, this is just calling me right now, so let's go ahead and bring this in, see if we get any use out of it. I am working on another face palette again in another project pan. I've got a lot of those going on right now. Not gonna pull a highlighter, not gonna pull any more face palettes. Working really hard to finish up a bronzer right now, so I think that's actually gonna be it from this drawer. Not very exciting. Moving into definitely one of the more exciting drawers in this whole entire setup, my palette drawer. So let me actually come down here a little bit. I do have 3 palettes that have project pan shades in them right now, so those 3 are in my palette holder currently. Okay, for sure I'm gonna bring in the Masquerade Mini Palette by Juvia's Place. I recently, this last month, was using the Saharan 2 palette by Juvia's Place and really loved that, and it made me want to reach for another one. I also kind of just like want more Juvia's Place shadows, but I have 2 right now. That will do. Definitely gonna bring this one in though to play with because we've got a lot of fun colors in here in the top half of the palette and some good neutrals in the bottom half. So definitely gonna bring this one in. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Ooh, wait a minute. I actually almost forgot that I have 2 new palettes. So the first one is this Francisca Ofra palette. I did use this recently in a Get Ready With Me. I used this shade down here and it actually worked a lot better than I thought it was going to, but I am gonna bring this in to use this month so that I can develop a little more of an opinion on it. We do have some very interesting, unique colors in here. We got purples, blues, greens, orange, pink, this nice shimmer color, and then I believe this is a black right here. So this again is the Ofra Francisca Talit palette. This was sent to me by Ofra. So I need to bring this out to use and review. And then also last month, this is just a big spoiler for anybody who is following my beauty budget for this year, but I also purchased some shadows from Lethal Cosmetics. I curated my own palette. This is what the inside looks like. So these are all the shades. I have used this a couple of times since I got it. I got it March 14th, I think, is when I received it in the mail. So I have used it, I think, twice and really loved the looks that I've come up with. I don't think I've touched really these green shades over here, but I've used some of these neutral warm tones, and then I've used these 3 purples. This one, this darkest purple, did give me a little bit of trouble, but these 2 shades were beautiful. So I definitely want to bring this in to use. I did get 2 shades that came to me shattered, so that's why there's a blank spot here, and then I'd ordered 1 extra one, but both of those 2 shades came shattered, so I'm hoping to get new ones. Also, this palette has a mirror in there, so that's really cool. So I'm gonna bring these 2 in, so that gives me 3 more palettes, and I think that's gonna be it. I had pulled these 2 out because I thought maybe I would want to bring them in, but with the amount of palettes that I have out right now, I think that's gonna be fine. And I know myself, and I know that if I pull too many, I'm not gonna reach for 1 or 2 of them anyways, so we're gonna just stick with the ones that I've got out currently. All right, moving into my Muji drawers. This first drawer right here holds a bunch of my single shadows. I think I'm only gonna pull for 1 of these. My Super Shock shadows I'm going through this year in a project pan, so we're not gonna bring any of those in. In terms of these single shades over here, the only one that I'm gonna bring in is this Bare Minerals Loose Powder shadow. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, but it's this really cool pink and purple shifting shade. So I'm gonna bring this in and hope maybe I'll use it in some kind of tutorial or something, or just put it on my eyes for a video, because it looks like a really cool shade. So that's the only one I'm going to pull from here, so we'll put the rest of these back. All right, this drawer has got a bunch of liquid lipsticks in it. The first one I'm going to bring in is this Morphe liquid lipstick. This is in the shade, I think, Jealousy. Yeah, Jealousy. This is such a pretty formula, and I really love the color, so I'm going to bring this one in. I think I'm also going to bring in this Huda Beauty. This is a mini liquid lipstick. I think this is in the shade, yeah, Trophy Wife. It's this kind of brighter pink rose color. I don't have too many shades like this, but I feel like this might be a very appropriate one for the summertime, so I'm going to pull this one in. I think I'll also bring this Jouer liquid lipstick in also. This is, as I just said, one of their liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Noisette. It's the only Jouer liquid lipstick that I own. This, for some reason, is calling my name. Maybe it's more of a fall color, but whatever. We'll try and make it work. And with that, I think that's gonna do it from this drawer. I'm not gonna pull the whole entire next drawer out since I know which one I wanna pull for. I'm gonna bring in this Tarte H2O lip gloss. This is in the shade Getaway. It is a metallic lip gloss. I don't know if you'll really be able to tell, but it is a metallic lip gloss. So we're gonna bring this one in also. The final thing that I think I'm going to bring in to use this month is this eyeliner. This is by Ardency In, and it is in the shade Jade. It's this really pretty deep teal, green, blue shade that I think is really nice for this springtime, so we're gonna bring this in. So that is gonna do it for the things I'm pulling this month. Let me put it all into my beauty box and then show you what it looks like. All right, so this is my beauty box and of course my brush display, as you can see. So in this top drawer, we do have my lip picks for this month and a couple of rollovers from last month. We have my single shadows, so again, some of the rollovers / project pan items from Project Pans, and the one pick that we brought in this month. Next drawer down, not too anything. Nothing's changed, actually. I do need to pull in the rest of my Zodiac pigments. The rest of them are still in their package, but they do live in this section of my beauty box, along with some of my favorite and most special eye shadows. And then I have my mascara, eye primer, and brow products in here. Next drawer down, the only couple things that changed in here are these 2 products. So we have the Cover FX foundation and the NYX concealer, and then all of the 4 things in here are Project Pan items, along with this primer and this Hourglass foundation. So we have 2 Hourglass products in this Project Pan. I did leave in this concealer. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. This is really good for days when I only want light coverage and just use this on my face, so that's why I kept that in here. It is a little bit darker too, to just use under my eyes along with another foundation. So there's that drawer. And And then finally, the only thing that changed in this drawer was that I added this blush. This is in a project pan, and then this is in a project pan, and this is just the MAC Fix Plus spray. Next over here we have my palette display. So these first three palettes are rollovers from the previous month. This is my palette for the year. There's a shade in here and a shade in here that are in project pans. We have the Lethal Cosmetics palette that I just brought in, the Francesca Ofra palette that we just brought in. There's a shade in this NARS palette that's in a project pan, and then I rolled over my Hourglass Face palette because I didn't really use it. I actually don't think I used it even once last month. And then this is the new Juvia's Place palette that I brought in, and then I have just some single shades back here. All right, and there we go. Those are the items that I'm going to be using during the month of April. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching me pick new things or fresh things to use for this month. Let me know what products you are excited to use this month. Did you bring anything new into your life that you get to play around with during the month of April? I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. If there was anything that you saw that you want to see me use in a tutorial or get ready with me or just talk about, let me also know that down in the comments below so that I can cater my content to you. If you like Shop My Stashes, I would love it if you would give this one a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe for more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.